Welcome everyone to Chirping Zebras episode 71, the Malcolm episode. You're getting Malcolm. Coming to you from Montana. Josh Dolan, alongside Mark Riley here. And we are out here for the Face Off at Heroes event. It's a Bruins and an NHL alumni event with the Warrior for Life Fund and the Navy SEALs. And they had a big hockey tournament out here. And it was absolutely amazing. And you can see by the view behind us, mountains everywhere, and Josh has his rodeo. Rodeo.
I noticed in the episode, and from some of my social posts, it looks like we were just out drinking all friggin' weekend, but we don't drink, and this is from a rodeo.
So we went to a rodeo.
Yeah.
We saw an actual live rodeo. Just a big mud pile because it had rained right before. But we saw the Bronco riders.
Yeah.
We saw bull riders.
The barrel race.
The girls going around the barrels. That was pretty cool.
A lot of talent.
My favorite part, I think, they did the roping thing. You know, with the cows or whatever they are. And they run out in the middle of two horses. And they got to rope the head or the neck and then the back feet.
Yeah.
And those cows were completely disinterested.
No, they're just going through the motions.
Oh,
they were like, look at those rainclads, guys.
They were, it was all muddy. So they run in the mud like, you got to be shitting me. Why are we doing this?
That was my first rodeo, and it just felt, I don't know. I've never been to Montana. I've never seen the Rocky Mountains, and it was just weird to have so much like home, but like out of place. Like Andrew Ferentz is sitting right there. Andrew Alberts, Al Iafrate. We're at a rodeo in Montana. I was like, none of this makes any sense.
Yeah, no. And you mentioned some of the guys that were here. I mean, 10 NHLers.
Yeah.
Right? It just, incredible list of players. And, of course, Frank Simonetti, president of the Bruins alumni. One of the reasons why we're here, Captain Ryan Crowley, two prior guests on the show.
NHL players, Navy SEALs.
Life Fund. Chris Willey, who broke my ankle, he's here. But, you had Mike Lawler. You had Mark Mowers, Terry Yate, Kenny Linsman, John Moore, obviously Kevin Miller, who's hosting this event. Also Andrew Ferentz, like you mentioned, Al Iafrate, Andrew Alberts. I think I got them all. Did I get them all?
It just, I just kept saying, like, it's crazy to walk into a room knowing you're not going to win a fight against anybody. You know?
These guys, but the funny thing is, they're all basically trained killers.
Yeah. And that's us.
They are the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sam Lafferty. I don't believe I forgot Sam Lafferty.
Lafferty.
You know what I did? I forgot him on
purpose.
purpose.
An hour with him.
Because he's our guest today on episode 71. Sam Lafferty, who just signed with the Chicago Blackhawks. And he definitely was the stud out there.
Oh, yeah.
He scored the win.
He was going at maybe 5%.
I would say probably 5%. Although when he ratcheted it up a notch, he would basically take the puck and rag it for, a whole minute.
He did what he wanted to do.
Pretty much.
He could do whatever the hell he wanted.
Pretty much. It was he was amazing. He's our guest today. Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
And we just wanted to do the intro outside with the Rocky Mountains behind us and this Exxon station, get you the real feel of Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah, we got, you got the mountains and then a Walmart right in front of them.
Yeah.
So you take the pictures, but you got to do some editing with them because you got the Walmart, the Conoco. There's a bunch of things around here. Some funny things we've seen out here. Montana's not the same. As Boston, that's for sure. But we're gonna check out our time we spent with Sam Lafferty, and we'll be right back to wrap this up outside in front of the mountains.
Oh yeah!
Enjoy Sam Lafferty. Sam, welcome to the show. So happy to have you at Chirping Zebras. It's good stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Oh no. And now, this Face Off of Heroes. You were the only active NHL player involved. What was it like to be out there with the boys and play an event like this?
It was a blast. Yeah, it was a blast. First time doing an event like this, and I think it's one of a kind. It was a lot of fun playing. It's an amazing cause. I think just the people that we've met here throughout the week has been, made it that much more special. You know, it's an awesome group of people, and it's an amazing cause. So happy to be here, and it was a blast being out there with the guys.
Yeah, Navy SEALs and these Army Rangers and Special Ops, they're like rock stars. I mean, they do shit we can't do, you know?
Yeah, totally. I don't know if I've ever been in a room like at the intro dinner the other night with that many badasses. Yeah. Yeah, we all felt pretty safe in there, I would say. So they're awesome people. The thing I've noticed just hanging around with them is they're so just down to earth, calm. They're the best guys, the most so chill, but so it's been a lot of fun, and there's definitely a lot of parallels, I think, with ice hockey and just the team aspect and the camaraderie aspect, how important that is to everyone's performance, and so much we can learn from those guys. So it's been a lot of fun, and I love it. I hope we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing, and you bring up the welcome dinner, and I did the stand-up, and here I am ripping on some of these guys that get killed in 6 different ways this Sunday, and it's like, yeah, I think I'll mess with you. Why not?
And I was saying to him, I was like, I love walking in a room knowing I'm not winning a single fight.
No.
None of them.
And if Chris Willie's around, he's a monster.
Oh, yeah. What did I say about
you? Said,
he's Kevin Miller, but with a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think about, because Kevin Miller is one of the toughest guys in the league. You always do that and playing against him. So, yeah, those guys are nice to have.
Yeah, and I covered the Bruins when Kevin Miller was on the Bruins, and I remember in the locker room, he'd take his equipment off and his shirt off, and I'd be like, he's a pile of pulling. Yeah. Like, he's just like all muscle.
And he still is. He's one of those guys that I think just step out with a training camp, go right back into playing.
Man, I was sick of that yesterday. Playing against him and John Moore, I was like, these guys could, play for a lot of teams as a D pair right now. Yeah, but they still got it.
Kev was a guest on the show, and just a great guy. Now, a guy like Al Frady, a legend, like hardest shot ever until Zdeno Chara comes along. What was it like being around him, Mark Mowers, Mike Lawler, all these guys that Stanley Cup winners? What's it like for a young player like yourself to play with that history with those guys in the game?
Yeah, it's awesome. Those guys they're having a great time out there, and they're chirping everybody. Yeah, they're like Al's. He's not afraid to get his stick up,
right?
Hang on to some guys. But it's cool to see too, when they get the puck, just like their next level understanding of the game. The way they see it. I think there's something to be said too for that camaraderie. Like the old school generation seems that maybe it's a little bit different now. Guys maybe spend a little less time together. Guys are a little bit more on their own page. I think in the NHL these days, with those guys are all about the camaraderie and having as much fun as possible. So they keep it light, and they're not afraid to share with them.
Yeah,
to just keep everything, keep everybody honest.
Yeah, it's funny because yesterday after the championship game, I'm in the shower, not in a weird way, with Kevin Miller and Chris Williams in there. I mean, it was a little intimidating, but Kevin's having a shower beer, and he's like, you know what? I don't miss the travel. I don't miss the playing. I miss this. He's like shower beers with the boys. Yeah. So it's funny you bring that up. There's definitely, now, do you think it's because of technology, maybe? Because everyone's on their phone, they're, it's a little different than back then when, payphones were a thing. And you had to spend time with each other because there was really nothing else to do.
Yeah, totally. And I think for me, like one of my favorite things, like we were talking about it, spent some time in Wilkes-Barre. There's a lot of bus rides and a lot more time together that way. So for me, like playing cards on the bus was what it was all about. And then, to do stuff like that still is, to spend time with the guys, away from the game, usually ends up being playing cards and just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
I think that's see the most fun.
Oh yeah.
Shower mirrors are great too.
Yeah. I joke because they have shower mirrors. I have body wash right here. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, this is not good for me. This could end poorly. Chris Willie can kill people in 10 different ways, and I have a skin routine. So, to each his own, but that's okay. Now, you bring up Scranton and the AHL. So you were drafted 2014 Pittsburgh Penguins, right out of the Berkshire School.
Deerfield.
Deerfield.
Yeah.
Why did they take
Robin is Berkshire, yeah.
Robin, that's why. And Kevin went to...
Kevin.
Yeah, all right. So I always mess one thing up during the show. But you were drafted right out of there, but you decided to go and play 4 years at Brown. So that's kind of an unusual thing. What was kind of that thinking? Because a lot of guys go play a year, and you were obviously something that could jump right in. What was behind that reason?
Playing the 4 years.
Playing 4 years for Brown, yeah.
I needed it. Yeah, I wasn't ready for pro hockey, so that was part of it. Definitely needed maybe 3 could have gone, but definitely needed 3 or 4. So that extra time to get bigger, stronger, develop, just get better overall. Prepared me for pro hockey, and yeah, it was a fun time at Brown. I love my time there. And yeah, some of my good buddies to this day. So and yeah, it worked out great.
Now, and you have an Ivy League degree, right?
I guess so, yeah. I haven't...
You finished? Did you finish? I think in 4 years, yeah, enough.
I think I finished. No, I did, but yeah, it was fun. There's a lot to balance when you're at school, hockey and, it's like a full-time job at that point because, have your sights set on the NHL too. And then you got school and everything, but we're fortunate at Brown, you can take your classes pass fail if you want to. So little known fact, it wasn't nearly as challenging academically as Deerfield was.
So the Ivy League is a sham, it's a fraud.
Let's make them.
My buddy Vinny Manning, I went to high school with him. He went to Brown on a full ride for football. He was a lineman, and he hurt his ankle his freshman year. I don't think he played more than 3 downs, but he said, I took the minimal amount of classes, and it was, it was perfect. Yeah. And now, he's
enjoy it.
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
Awesome.
Now, you talk about that. You mentioned Clark Donatelli was your coach, and Clark's big. He plays in the Bruins alumni games, and a legend at BU, and he's a character.
Yeah, character, legend. Yeah, he is. So I went to Wilkes-Barre from Brown, not having really any experience with pro hockey, not knowing what to expect, and I was fortunate to have Clark be as my coach, and I don't want to do any impersonation. That was
make sure he doesn't see it.
that was rookies and team parties, team dinners are always doing skits and different things, and Clark was always my go-to impersonation. But yeah, he was just the man. He's a guy not huge on the X's and O's or super technical, but just one of the guys to be together, a guy you would run through a wall for because he cared about you. Just a hilarious guy too. Just kind of what you need in the grind of a long season. Long bus rides, everything like that. It's always keeping it funny, keeping it light. You're excited to see what's this guy gonna do today. Yeah, he used to he was hard on me, but he saw a lot of potential. He would be like some game.
That's your fucking statement. Are you tired?
Feel good to start seeing. There's a lot we could get into with Clarky, but he's an awesome man, and I absolutely love playing for him.
Yeah, he's on the list of future guests for sure. Because hanging out with him, I did a Bruins alumni game down in Connecticut, and afterwards we just sat out by the pool of the hotel, and he was holding court
and it was Grant Townsend was there, and there was a couple guys, you know, just sharing stories. Like Clarky's stories were just phenomenal.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I'm trying to think of ones.
How was he on the bench, like interacting with the refs? Because I can only imagine like he could go toe to toe with some of the best, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a passionate guy. You know, he'd get into it, get to it to our refs a little bit, you know, whenever needed. And just a guy. You know, he's right there in the battle with you. Yeah, I think that's what stuck out to me. But just thinking back, like, you know, sometimes like when the boys need, you know, to be snapped on, you know, if guys aren't playing well, like him coming in and like launching a trash can. The trash went over my live aid pack, which was hilarious. The boys loved it.
No stranger to flipping a water table.
Yeah, but then also, you know, he'd love hanging out with the guys. We had a father's trip that year. Billy Garrett was actually our GM, and so which is really rare to have a father's trip in the American League. It, you know, costs a lot of money to do something like that. My dad came, and you know, we're having dinner, and you know, instead of all the rookies getting up there and doing a skit or telling a joke, all the rookies' dads had to get up and tell their lunch. You know, there's 100 people, just all the management, coaches, staff, everything like that. And so, yeah, my dad told some stupid joke. I was just biting my, you know, trying to hide my face the whole time. Yeah, I brought the house down, and Clarky's up there pretty much the rest of the night telling the jokes in front of the whole room. Billy Gaines just over there, like, kind of like, oh, what's this guy gonna say? But you know, I told some pretty hilarious jokes that I can't repeat on. It's about that.
We say anything on here, so
We have the power of the edit button.
One of my favorite ones was he gets like 2 minutes into this joke. Oh fuck! I gotta start over. Then he told this other one, yeah, about these 4 nuns trying to get into heaven.
When I said hockey next, I'll tell him.
Ask him.
I'll have him tell that when he comes on.
Yeah.
The 4 nuns getting in there. Just there, that alone is good. You know, I mean, that's a good joke right there. 4 nuns trying to get in heaven. But the only better is 4 nuns going into a bar. That's awesome. And then so Lemieux must have been the one that drafted you, Mario Lemieux.
Well, yeah, he was the owner. Yeah, Jim Rutherford was the GM at the time. Yeah, Clarky was the coach of Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, I think one of the things now thinking back is, you know, coming from Brown, Clarky's from Providence.
Right.
You know, went to BU.
Yeah.
You know, Brown was kind of just that school up on the hill, like, you know, maybe a little hoity-toity.
Right,
so, right. You know, he definitely had to earn my stripes with him. You know, not sure is this guy, you know, is he going to play hard enough or, you know, just not sure what to expect.
Right,
just the reputation he had as a Providence guy. But I'd say I earned it pretty quick with him because one of my first games pro, I took a slap shot, you know, straight to the face. And, yeah, my own D-man was winding up. I got cross-checked from behind, like pretty dirty play. Fell into it. Ended up, after the fact, I found out I broke my jaw. But, yeah, ended up like playing the rest of the game. And one of the guys who's actually here, Seamus, he's now a trainer with the Navy SEALs. I get off the ice, meaningless game in Hershey, last game of the year. It's like, I'm moving my jaw around. It's like, oh, no, you're good. Because Seamus sends me back out there. But then, you know, playing through that, and, you know, right away, Clarky's like, my exit meeting is like, play with a broken fucking jaw. That's fucking old school. Yeah, you know. So I think that
solidified that. That's awesome. And so now you have played for a few different teams, and you just signed a deal with Chicago. I mean, congratulations on that. That's gotta be exciting.
Yeah, thank you. super excited. Yeah, I played in Chicago before, so some familiarity there, and it's been my favorite spot I've played. So I'm super excited to go back and help that team win a lot of games. I think there's a ton of potential. It's a great opportunity. Love the city, love the United Center, love the fans, and just love the Blackhawks. Want to see that organization have the success it deserves to have.
Yeah, it's original 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Original 6.
Would rather see you on the Bruins, I'll be honest with you. That would have been a nice
He rather see
like Don. It doesn't matter what he wants. We're the fans. Would love to see you on the Bruins, but now we got. So we were talking about it. So last year being in Florida, now we gotta like them, right? And you're in Chicago, so now I gotta like Chicago, and Vegas is my adopted team. So with Bruce Cassidy and those guys out there, I don't know what to do now. I mean,
we're just freelance fans.
Hey,
I mean, like I was saying to you last night, I was like, it's kind of tough, like, since like getting to know like NHL players, like when I was covering the Bruins, like making friends with some of the guys, and when they get traded, like I know Brandon Carlo, but it's on Toronto, and I'm like,
you can't like Toronto.
But I like Carlo,
Well, I like Carlo. You can cheer for Carlo, but you're not cheering for Toronto. They're saying that, right?
I just miss being able to, like, it takes some of the hate out of it, where it's like, I miss when I was younger, like I would hate the flood, like,
Right.
But then you have some friends that are playing on it, and you're like, oh, what do I do here? Yeah, like, do you kind of feel that, like, where, like, you missed, like, it kind of takes you out of being a fan of the game, like, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the hockey world's so small. It's like, guys, pretty much get to know every guy on every team. And, there's still those rivalries and everything like that. But I'm with you, like, as a little kid, like, for me, the Flyers.
I was going to say, you grew up in Flyers.
You're a huge Penguins fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they drafted, that's got to be cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Philly, those were like, that's the enemy.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool, though. I think the fans really bring that element to the game, and it's there for us too. But everybody seems to know everybody around the league. Such a small community.
So, like, growing up in Boston, we hated everyone but Boston, right? Like, if you grow up, you have to be a Red Sox fan, Celtics fan, Bruins fan, Patriots fan. If you're not, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Right? So,
If you watch baseball, I see a Yankees side.
it's so true.
They shouldn't even care.
No, you can be the nicest person. You're like, Yankees side, fuck you, fuck the Yankees. But it's interesting now to be able to, not really. I mean, I still hate the Canadians because they were Boston's biggest rival, but not hating everyone else is kind of new. I mean, it's really only in the NHL. The other leagues,
Yeah, especially Boston guys. I feel like you're arguably the worst.
I love it. Admittedly, we're cool with that. Yeah. We're okay with that.
Yeah, you guys embrace it. No, I love it though. Bring a lot of jam. Say Boston and Philly fans tend to be. Yeah.
And I think we end up hating, like, because we hate Philly fans, New York fans, Montreal fans. And when I had a few friends that are from Dallas, they came to town. They're like, are we going to be okay wearing our Star jersey? I was like, nobody's going to give a shit. We just hate the other cities that are like us.
Old school garden, it might have been old dangerous to wear a sweater from a...
Because now there's a Stop and Shop in the garden, so it's not as...
a little different. And the fans are a little different, a little more corporate,
Yeah.
as they say. But yeah, it's going to be cool meeting you here, right? And then watching you play next year. It's going to be,
we're
pay
going to
attention.
Chicago games.
Well, I hope so. But it's going to be cool watching you and how you do next year. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think that's, for me too, that's one of the great things about this event is, meeting you guys, meeting a lot of these guys that are, a lot of DC area, Virginia Beach. Hopefully see a bunch of them when we're down in DC. And, a couple big Chicago fans here too. So, it's cool. Always cool to make those connections. And gives everybody a little extra something for.
Yep. I gotta give Josh props. He was the music guy. He was the DJ yesterday. And when you scored in the championship game, right away you fired up the Chicago Blackhawks goal song.
Every time they had the puck, I'd move tabs over to the Chicago. I was like, come on.
You had the only goal in the championship. Won it, right? Yeah, empty net. You had the winning goal. Which was like a minute into the game.
That was pretty cool. Unbelievable pass by Andrew France.
Yeah,
another
guy.
Another great player out there.
Another former guest of the show.
Yeah,
We had a few out there. It was it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I appreciate the play the Chelsea Daggers because I think the first game while I was here was Zombie Nation. Yeah, I felt like I was in the garden listening. So the Bruins score against us, so I had loaded up. Yeah, so that was a nice change.
That's awesome. And you in that one of the games, and we actually have video of it. You got Alan Lerner, a former Navy guy, and not a big guy at all, but he was on the same train track.
On the same track, he's coming with a lot of steam.
Actually, we'll take a look at him right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just a serious collision, and I think the funniest part is
We might have to look at it.
well, I almost went to Toronto on it. It looked a little high, but what was funny is well, he kind of had to because he's 5 foot nothing, but and hopefully he doesn't hear that because he's probably gonna kill me in 10 ways. But the look in your face when you got up was like, what the fuck is that? Like,
you know, it's obviously a charity game. It's fun. Game one, as soon as the pucks drop, you know, you're out there with some of the most competitive human beings on the planet.
Yeah.
You know, you see the look in their eye, and you know, it's time to play. You know, everyone wants to play. That's what's fun for a lot of these guys, like myself included. So, I don't think anyone was trying to hit anybody, but
right.
If you're gonna get blown up by anybody, it's
better him than Kevin Miller or Ally Afraidy, right?
yeah.
And what was cool was the fact that, like you said, it's a charity game, but you guys were playing to win. Like no one was out there just for a Sunday skate. Even the gentleman's game that they, you know, we played on Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it was. I'm losing track of days. That was, you know. No, it got taken seriously, and sometimes in the corner it was like guys will you could see.
Well, it's getting physical in the corners. Like guys are battling for pucks, and it's a full-out battle. Like one to come out with that puck. And, I definitely learned that. You know, you see the energy changes as soon as the pucks drop, and then game one, my blue team was giving me a bunch of shit for not shooting the puck. So because we lost 4-1, I was just trying to set everybody up. But
you did look a little like McDavid in the finals, because I thought him and Draisaitl passed too much throughout the final, the cup final. I just thought they had to shoot. And
well,
a little bit like him.
Thank you for that.
Let's be honest. Some of those shifts, you did look like you'd have the puck for the whole shift, and it was like you could tell guys were like, "I'm gonna fucking chop him."
Wasn't sure, you know, but you know, everybody on my team is like telling me to like stop holding back, like we're here to win, we'll be playing. I thought it was hilarious. Like Kenny Linsman, it's like. We're on 3 lines to the championship, but as soon as I get off the ice, he's like, "Hey, you're going next." You know, jumping hole. I'm like, "Sorry, boys. Like, I don't want to take anybody's shifts here." But it was so much fun, to be honest with you. I had a blast. And, like I said, I hope we can grow this event in Bozeman, make it bigger and bigger. Love to bring some of my teammates out in the future, and you know, more current guys. We obviously have a great alumni network, but like you said, I'm the only current player. If we could just keep at it any way we can, and just an awesome call. It's awesome event, and I'd love to see it get bigger and bigger out here.
Now, well, your parents live out here.
That's right. Yeah, they moved. So I grew up in Pennsylvania. When I was in college, my mom and dad moved out here And so they've been here like 10 years now. My dad runs my stepdad runs the ring. He manages the ring, coaches the college team here at Montana State. So it's a big part of the community, and it's a great hockey community here in Bozeman. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I was wondering before I found that out, I'm like, why is he here? Why is he, because you're the only active guy here. But now the connection makes sense that you're out here.
Yeah, it was just good luck on my part that you guys decided to come to Bozeman. That's how I found out about it. Just kind of fell right into it, so I'm pretty fortunate.
And did you have to get permission or anything to play? That check, if the GM of this you're joking, imagine if he gets hurt.
When I was sitting where I was playing that, I was like, can you imagine that there's like a Chicago Blackhawks?
What the hell is he doing?
You're going to have to bury all this footage.
Yeah, let's bury it. No, it's I didn't ask anybody.
Well, it's better ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't even cross my mind, honestly, until you guys brought it up. So
we'll edit this up. Well, you just signed, right, with Chicago?
I was traded there.
Traded. That's right.
He was with Buffalo and was traded there, which is kind of funny. The GM Kyle Davidson texted me. He's like, Laff, we're kind of making this an annual thing because this is the third time he's traded for me. The first time I was in Pittsburgh, and played really well. Ended up working out really well for everybody. Went to Toronto from there. And then last summer, I was had finished my season with Vancouver, had a good season. He traded for my rights a few days before free agency. Didn't end up working out. We chose Buffalo. And then this summer, traded for me again, which I was over the moon about. It's bittersweet because I absolutely love the guys at Buffalo and the team there. I wish them all the best. It's a great group of people. They deserve to win, and I hope to see them have success. But for it to be Chicago, a place I love, and going to a great opportunity. Yeah, I forget the initial question, but
No, it's funny because you're destined to win a cup because Buffalo, think of the team they could have if they didn't freaking trade away.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Eichel, Montour, Allmark, the team they had, and it seems like they just send everyone away. So you're destined to win a cup, man, because look at the guys that have won that left Buffalo.
Yeah.
So
let's put it out there. I think, like I said before, Chicago Blackhawks deserve to have a winner.
Yeah.
With that base, that city, that original six organization. I think with a lot of the young talent they have there, it's really a matter of time. And, I hope to be a big catalyst for that.
And when Chicago visits Boston, if there's an extra ticket around, the Reapers will come and support you. We'll wear a Lafferty jersey for you.
Love to see the difference. Maybe get a comedy show during the first intermission or something like that.
Oh yeah. We'll all right. You come in the locker room or give the boys a little pep talk.
Yeah, lose the boys up before the game.
And now, we mentioned zebras, referees. So we talked a little bit before we started taping on interactual referees, because it's, some guys interact a lot, some guys kind of leave it alone. Kind of what's your approach with the referees? I know it changed since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, it's changed since I was a kid. Definitely. So my stepdad, who's here now, we talked about, he was my coach in Pennsylvania, growing up my whole life. And probably when I was around 14, I started to, take a few more 10 minutes and, extra minors for, going at the refs for, putting me in the box and stuff like that. So my stepdad, wanted no part of that. Obviously, that's not the way you should do it. So I remember one game, leading up to getting these 10s, these needless penalties, for tripping the refs, and then I get called for a trip, and it's the same ref that, does our games a lot. So I've had enough. He's just, I'm skating in the box, like, bite my tongue. He's looking at me like, don't say a word. Finally, I just, like, couldn't contain myself anymore. Just looked at me like, you are the worst ref I've ever seen.
Did he tend you for that?
He didn't tend me. He gave me 2 more, though.
Right.
2 more. And then Dave, my stepdad, right away is like, get off the ice. Like, this was in the second period. It's like, go. And I'm like, he's like, no, get off the ice right now. He kicked me off. We were actually losing the game at the time. So I, put my tail between my legs, like, go off the ice. We're U14s. He coached the U18s as well. So all his older guys are, like, watching this happen, like, holy shit. So I go get undressed, stand in the corner, with his players, watch the rest of the game. Obviously lit a fire. Bozeman came back and won the game. But I think it just sent a clear message, like, it's not the way you do it. So, not to say there haven't been more running sense, but
it's a testament to your dad's integrity, to send you off. And I'm guessing you were probably, if not the best, one of the best players on the team.
Right. Yeah. So it sent a message to everybody. Yeah. If Sam's being kicked off for this, sends a message for not just how you treat the refs, but across the board.
Oh yeah. Now Chris Rooney's a good friend of ours. And we always say him and Wes are the best refs. Have you interaction with refs in the NHL? It's a little different, obviously, than in the amateurs or even college.
Right.
What's that like?
Yeah. So, as a younger guy, it's like, you got to earn your stripes. Like, there's guys that have played, 1,000+ games for this league, and refs that have, like you mentioned, Wes and Chris.
Yeah.
They command all the respect in the world. So, I think it's a matter of, be respectful, saying hello, get to know them by name, until you've crossed a certain threshold, you don't really talk to the refs in this league. I would say interactions with the linesmen are a little different. Like, as a center, especially, it's really important to get to know the linesman, like, by name, and that can really help you out, like, winning a face-off.
Right.
My previous stint in Chicago, playing with Jonathan Taves. It was cool to see how he went about it, because I think he set, like, the face-off record the one year, like 65%.
Crazy good.
Something crazy, which, he is that good, but also the way he handled the linesman, it was almost like, they're almost a little bit scared of him at times, I felt like. But a guy of that stature, he's going to get, all the favorable, he's not getting kicked out,
right?
Maybe cheating a little bit more and stuff. So I think all of that goes into it. It's important to learn all those little things.
Yeah, we had Derek DeMel on and Vaughn Rohde, 2 longtime linesmen in the NHL, and they talked about that. Like, there's certain guys you cut a little break to, and there's certain guys that you're like, fuck right off. You're not.
Exactly. And if your guys disrespectful in any way, it's like, why would I give you the benefit of the doubt?
Right. Especially if you're a guy like Derek spent 24 years, I think, and Vaughn was in for 22. It's like, who's this young kid gonna tell Vaughn or them what's up?
Yeah.
So it's cool that you mentioned that as a center. That's a piece that a lot of people, I'm sure, don't know unless you, like, I was a center, so I knew, you're good to the refs because of that reason. But if you don't know that, that's that little game within the game that's really cool that people don't realize is going on.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And like Taser, it seemed like most games early in the game would just, like, snap on the linesman. He's already played 1,000 games at this point.
Right.
3 cups, everything. But then it was like, you do that, and then next one maybe, like, reconcile with them, and then it's like, okay, he kind of had them on their toes a little bit. he's winning every face-off and things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, you played obviously with a lot of great players. Who's the best player you've played with? And I know these kind of questions are always tough because, there's a laundry list of guys. But who is that guy that you, as a legit NHL player, go, holy fuck?
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, it's such a hard question. Some of the guys I've been fortunate to play with, you start out in Pittsburgh and then in Chicago, Toronto, some of the guys in Vancouver even.
Yeah, because you're talking Crosby.
You're talking
Marner.
Letang, Matthews, Marner,
Yep.
Taves, Kane.
I was dumb fucking question.
And, Vancouver, I'd use.
Yeah.
So the list, it's so hard.
You can't get going.
You just listed everyone but McDavid.
Well, it's funny.
No,
because-
that being said,
Yeah.
definitely. And also, my favorite player is little kid, growing up. And then when I was older, Taves became definitely one of my favorite players.
Yep.
But, I'd have to say, Sid.
Well, it's interesting because we usually have guys that are retired, the Kevin Stevens, Kevin Miller, and you're you're active right now. So it's like, look, you're not looking back on your career because you're in the middle of it. And you just listed like some of the best players, arguably, ever. Not the best ever, that's Bobby Orr, being from Boston. Gretzky's second, and Lemieux's third, as I've told him before. But it's amazing to hear all those players you got to play with. That's pretty freaking cool,
It is. Yeah. It's my buddies kind of trip me. Well, you're just making the Hall of Fame tour around the league. Guys, but it'd be cool now. I mean, going to Chicago, play with Bedard.
Yeah.
That's add another one, to the list.
Right.
It's just been really fortunate to get to know those guys and just see what body human beings they are. That's what sticks out to me. Yeah, it's as good at players. They're all even much better people, which is even hard to imagine. But
right.
It's just been awesome to get to know those guys, and it's been obviously a thrill for me.
Yeah. It's so cool to hear all those names, and you're like, fuck, you've been out there with them. That's really cool. Who's your so we always talk Mount Rushmore, right? Who's on your Mount Rushmore for hockey, for the NHL? And yours might be different because you're a little younger.
Right. So we're talking
who would you all time or I guess you could do a current and all time, but as a younger guy, I'd love to hear your all time Mount Rushmore,
Yeah. I'd say Gretzky, Lemieux, Sid, and Ford, right?
Yeah.
Fourth one, oh man, what's the top one? But those three.
Well, it's number 4, and there was a player that wore number 4. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
No, all those guys are. I mean, it's a dumb question, but a fun question.
Yeah, it's you could have 100, but at the same time, those guys are definitely elevated.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now you played international for your country. Anyone who's played for the U.S. internationally, we always ask, what's that like to represent your country? And it's kind of cool, we're here July 4th, and we're here with a bunch of Navy SEALs and special ops. It's kind of
how cool is that? National anthem.
Oh my God!
Yesterday, all the teams out there on the lines.
Yeah,
the electric guitar.
That was pretty cool.
That was special.
Yeah, but what's it like to play for your country?
It's one of a kind. It was my first time doing that. It was in Finland 3 years ago, World Championships, and just there's something different about it. yeah, hope to be able to do it again someday. We ended up losing in the semifinal to Finland, the host country, and going to that tournament's always in Europe, and going and experiencing it, you see, like, for those European countries, it's kind of like their Stanley Cup in a lot of ways, like, which maybe a lot of people in North America wouldn't know until you see that. So, and then the U.S. team actually won the World Championship this year for the first time since, I think, 1938.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to see as a USA hockey guy. And so one of the cool things for me in that tournament was played for Jeff Blatchel. He was our D coach. He's now my head coach in Chicago. And so I'm obviously forward. We're playing, it's a long term. You play like 10 games. So we're down to like 5 defensemen, with injuries and stuff like that. And then one of the D finds out his wife's going into labor like earlier than expected. So he's on the next plane back to the States. And so our head coach, David Quinn's going around the room like, has anyone in here ever played defense before? Yeah, which I actually had. I played a lot of defense growing up. Like Dave, my stepdad, put me on D like quite a bit. So I raised my hand like, I've actually played a lot of defense. And then in Pittsburgh, when I was a younger guy, I'd practice sometimes at D. So I felt pretty confident in it. Yeah, I ended up playing the rest of the tournament, the medal round. It's the last few games as a defenseman. And Jeff Blatchel was called the D Bears. So it's kind of funny, full circle thing there.
Oh, yeah. And well, as a center, playing defense and learning that position to be a 200-foot player, like a Taves, a Bergeron, a Kopitar, or a Barkov. I mean, learning that defensive zone is so important,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And just the way you see the game, you see the whole game develop from back there. It's a lot different than forward, where you're sometimes a little bit more defensive.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and kind of a different dynamic for the D-man back there. They're a lot nicer to each other, I found out, than the forwards are. We always seem to be going at each other that end of the bench. So, D-man was a lot more laid back, which was kind of cool to see.
That is cool that, and that level, you change positions.
Yeah.
But to be able to do that is kind of a testament to not only the play you are, but the development. Your dad obviously saw kind of.
Yeah. Well, he wanted me. He wanted me to learn how to pass the puck, to always like move the puck to the next available, like the next best play. So he put me back there when I was like 14 for the whole year, to just work on that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It probably makes you more valuable to it. I know that's probably not on like your cover letter, but that's fine. That you're able to jump in and add different positions like that. But yeah, you learn everyone's job. Like, you want to jump in and go, think.
Whole nother breed. Yeah, that is my brother's ability. So it's a whole nother breed for sure.
Now, have you ever been chirped by Marchand? Because everyone says he's the best.
Yeah, he got me actually this year.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got me. It was down the stretch. We were playing in Florida, and we were unfortunately out of the last picture at that point. Buffalo was pretty late in the year, like fourth to last game or something. And I got the puck, like came to the zone. We ended up making a nice play. Puck was like sitting on the goal line, and I as soon as I saw it, like I dove in, like went to poke it, like and then a goalie dove on it and stuff, so it didn't go in. Like skate back to the bench. He's like, "Weight room, hit the weight room," which I don't think would have made any difference. Like going night covered, but yeah, it's you can tell, how much respect he has. Like hearing those guys in Florida just now talk about how much of a warrior and like just an animal that guy is.
Yeah.
You
didn't try to chirp back.
Not much respect. No, I mean, what am I going to say? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a brainstorm session.
Yeah. Plus, he's on the bench, so if I say something to him, you got
everyone coming at
20 guys. Which there's a time and place for that too.
Right.
Wasn't feeling it in the moment.
I don't know. Do you think Florida wins without him?
he got to say he was in the running for Conn Smythe this year, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'd say probably not. I mean,
not that they
look at how big the game-winning goals he scored too.
Right.
Yeah, clutch.
I mean, they got a wagon.
They got a wagon,
But
they got. I think it's still possible they win, but I mean, look how much he helped.
Yep. And he re-signed that.
Yeah,
Bennett did
but
too.
signed till he's 43 now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
It was hard for me to want Florida to win. I love Marchand, but I'm not a fan of Bennett, although I might be now, in the sense that he didn't knock anyone out during the playoffs. Marshy's comment of, I didn't have to worry about Benny knocking me out. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But of course, Bennett's the type of player, if he's on the Bruins, we love him. Yeah. Because we're fucking.
Like I said, then every time people be like, I hate PK Subban so much, it was like, we love him.
It's a brilliant, of course.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, totally.
So now you skated obviously with this tournament. What's your regimen off-season wise? What do you have? Like, how do you prepare for, training camp and the upcoming season? And now that you're a veteran, I mean, you've been in the league, 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of figure it out, I'm sure, as you go. But what's your, how do you prepare for a season?
Yeah, like you said, you learn a little bit more, and maybe you add a little bit of something, take a little bit of something away. But yeah, for me now, summer's a lot of family time. Obviously, enjoy that as much as I can. Got 2 little kids, and, so that's like the main one. And then just like the usual, workout, skate, and within those, there's a lot of different things that you kind of technical stuff, like stuff you piece together, like we said, over the years. And
you run the mountains here, because there's, a backdrop here.
The mountains everywhere.
Yeah, there's actually a really good one, a good hike. You can see the end. You can see outside the rim.
Yeah,
that's
and that's what Montana State.
just Montana. Yeah, Montana.
Okay.
I think that's a really good one we've done. My family, me and my parents, bring the dog. That's a great hike.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's long too.
Is it just a paint in them? Like the ghost?
It's rocks. It's all white rocks.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's just like, yeah, it's landscape, and they put it together. But yeah, it's massive.
That's pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite things about the rink here. You step outside and you've got this unbelievable view of the mountains and stuff. It's one of a kind.
Well, here at the hotel we're staying at, you walk out and there's just these beautiful mountains, but there's a Walmart right there. It's like, okay, we'll have to deal with that one. Like all my pictures, I'm like, how do I get rid of Walmart? Go to a different vantage point.
Yeah. I remember you brought that up in the comedy show today too.
Yeah, it's just funny to me that Walmart's right in front of them.
That's funny.
It's kind of hilarious. Now you're going to play golf. Obviously, you're a good golfer.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
not bad. Just like I said, my whole family, stepdad, mom, dad, or stepdad, brothers were all out here, so enjoy some time with that. And then one of the crazy things about this event is one of my best buddies from high school is a Navy SEAL now, and he was able to participate in this event as well. His name is Luke Walsh.
Oh yeah.
And so we were teammates on the Blue Squad. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I'm spent a lot of time with him too.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you were drafted first. I should point that out. You're a first round draft pick in the draft.
Yeah, Kevin Miller was first overall.
He was first overall?
He was, yeah. I was second.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, they should pick Miller because he's the host. But yeah, you would have been consensus number one, I think.
I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't see this.
Well, he's already been on, so I don't have to worry about pissing him off. Now, your family been out? Are you a hunter?
I'm actually not.
Okay.
But it seems really cool. Like there's so many different, wild animals that you can find, both like bighorn sheep, like, stuff that you wouldn't really find most other places.
Yeah.
One of our good family friends is really big into it. And it's cool to hear some of his story that he has, like, you know, stalked in his, like, I think it was a ram or a big machine. Like, he stalked it for like a week, and he was on his like he was out almost out of food, water. He finally got it. You know, at the end of this somewhere in northern Montana.
That's commitment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
That's serious.
I probably gave up after like 30 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna find this thing.
It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Walmart and get some food.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Miller's a big hunter, and Marshan's a big hunter, and in this area, it seems like it's the thing to do.
Yeah, fishing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom's actually big into fly fishing. She goes like all the time. So it's you know, one of the better spots in the world for that too.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, we wanted. I mean, this has been great. I think we covered pretty much everything. No?
Yeah. I mean, you could also go for another 3 hours.
Well, I know.
He's got a tea time.
You got to get out of here, and we got to walk to the coffee shop. The City Brew.
Walk to Walmart.
You might have insight on this. The City Brew that's here. There's a few of them, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a Starbucks knockoff. It's like I wonder if the owner, he owned a Starbucks, you know, the owner.
There's some business partner.
And Starbucks fucked him, and he's like, all right, you know what? Like us Duncan fans, fuck Starbucks. And open it, because it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, same crowd in there. So it looks like a blueprint.
Like he just copied it just to be like, fuck you. You know, it's like a fuck you Starbucks. I don't know.
Same coloring.
I think it might be my favorite part of Montana. Fuck you Starbucks City Brew. I don't know. And their coffee's better. I'm just saying. Just saying. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what, Sam? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks a
Nothing but the best. Wish you, a great season. Hope we hear that song played quite a bit for you.
Appreciate that.
And we'll be looking for you when you come to Boston. We'll have to grab dinner or something. And
Yeah, let's do it.
Great stuff. Sam Lafferty, our guest here on Chirping Zebras. And this was episode, let's see, 71? 71, so 71. That's right. Appropriate.
Yeah.
Or as they say, apropos. Is that what they say?
They say in Boston.
I think I don't know. I'm just trying to sound smart.
I thought apropos was to make the bathroom smell better.
Is it? No, that's potpourri, I think.
Potpourri.
What they call that. You're not. That's your tea time alarm. You're not staying here, but they have the shower gel, and they provide the shower gel, so, and they have the French underneath it. It's hilarious because they get the shampoo and it's just shampooing, and then the conditioner is après shampooing, and then the body wash is gel de douche. Who came up with that? You know what I mean? Like what the? I don't know. I just find it funny. But on that note, on the gel de douche note, I want to thank Sam Lafferty, and we'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Sam Lafferty, what a guy,
Right?
I mean, just an absolute beauty.
Chicago fan next year.
I know. We talked about it. It's like now we gotta root for some other people.
Yeah.
Marcy in Florida, you got Sam and
I'll always be
Chicago.
black and gold, but I was thinking of signing as a Panther fan, but might go Chicago this year.
You know what? I think it might have to.
Yeah.
Sam is what a guy. Young kid and gets it.
Yeah.
I mean, just completely gets it. Gets the fact that, like, when we talked about being new and, dealing with the refs.
Yeah.
And dealing with the veteran players.
And like smart about putting in work too. Like when he was saying he chose to go to Brown because he just knew he wasn't ready. Like he has no ego over that. Where he's like, nope, I still got work to do.
And spent 4 years there. So
Yeah.
it's interesting story.
Which shows why I didn't make it. Because if I had the opportunity, I'd be like, no, fuck that, I'm going.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's what I would have done too.
Yeah.
And you know what's great is he, like you said, no ego, and just a really solid guy.
Yeah.
And we look forward to when the Blackhawks visit the Bruins.
Oh,
I think
I'll be
we
there.
have tickets. I think
yeah.
we got some tickets in our future. So, so we want to thank our sponsors, the Referees Crease, your one-stop shop for all your refereeing needs. of course, AOA Studios, who's always involved. And want to remind you to like and subscribe on the YouTube. Also find us on the social medias. We have the Instagram, the Facebook, and of course,
The TikTok, sorry. I was waiting for Gino to say it, but he's not here.
I know. Gino's not here because he's going to Utah next week for a hockey tournament for his daughter. So that's why it's, I'm rolling with Dolan.
Oh, yeah.
But that's going to do it from Montana. The Face-Off of Heroes. For Josh Dolan, Mark Riley, and we'll see you next time here on the Chirping Zebras.